The conference this year has been an opportunity to introduce the group to all of our new recruits. We've got newly qualified teachers, we've got employment-based trainees, right the way through to new middle and senior leaders, all of whom have joined our schools and academies. The purpose of the conference is to introduce the group's background, the distinctive nature of the group, the things that we believe that we are good at and the way in which we operate with our schools.
It seems to me that there's no more important job and no more important profession in our country than being a teacher. You are taking responsibility for the next generation, for the future of the country and for the future of those individual young people. If you ever wonder why or it ever seems hard, just remember that many things can wait, but not the children. That the best way of thinking about education reform and the best way of thinking about the job of raising standards is to think about what is it that is most likely to make more teachers succeed with more children tomorrow than they have done today. And therefore our task, all of us who aren't in the classroom teaching day in and day out, is to get behind your efforts and help you to be successful. And that's the way that we think about our job in this organisation. And that means that there's a real richness in this group and a real opportunity for us to share professional practice. And I think that events like this one today and tomorrow are designed to try and give you the opportunity to learn from one another and to share your experiences, practice and aspiration. And it's worth saying that we have a strapline which is the best in everyone, and we try and take that seriously. The best in everyone, the best in all our students, the best in all our colleagues in the organisation, the best in the communities that we serve. And let me say really clearly, my aspiration for each and every one of you is that you are outstanding in your practice. We do want to make sure that we are identifying people with real talent and potential across the group, and we're giving them the investment and support they need to develop their careers. That's something that's hugely important to this group. It's only as strong as the people who work in it. This is, after all, education more than anything else in the country is a people business, and how good we are is just about how good the people are and our support for them to develop.
There's a range of workshops throughout the 2 days that give people an opportunity to engage in areas that are important to them given their career stage, also that are particular to their job, and also that are particular to the type of school that they'll be teaching in. So we've had differentiated pedagogical input in relation to ICT, whiteboards, active expression and handheld devices. We've also had differentiated pedagogical sessions particularly for independent school staff, sessions for academy staff, and a separate track of provision for people new to middle and senior leadership.
Well, I've never been in a school that's been in a big consortium before, so I'm really looking forward to it, and they've encouraged us to sort of think we can get lots out of it from other schools, other colleagues, and I've really enjoyed that.
It's really alleviated a lot of the issues of moving to an academy school from a state school. I'm really excited about joining the academy and the United Learning, so it's been very beneficial.
It's been really good. It's been very well organised. It's been I've felt very welcomed and very valued and very supported.
To come in and to work with and share the vision of 28 other schools, it's quite exciting.
Really enjoyed the conference so far. I feel like it's given me good preparation for when I start back next week, because I'm very apprehensive and nervous about it, but excited at the same time. It's given me a good opportunity to meet new people and form some links with other schools and other people who are NQTs going through the same situation as myself, and a good mix of different sessions, so I've really enjoyed it.
Having taught for 25 years, I've been to these inductions, and I must admit, in 25 years, it's the most impressive. I don't mean that just because I'm on camera. I've worked in groups, one previous group, but the word slick comes to mind. I'm professional, and I'm happy to be a member of a large network.
I think the great thing conferences in nature is actually engaging with various other colleagues from all sorts of different schools, both state and independent, and particularly actually in my case meeting so many young enthusiastic professionals who have got so many ideas and so much energy and are really raring to go at the start of a new school year.
It's been very professional and it's been very hospitable, and I think the training that I've received was quite exceptional, really. I think in terms of pedagogical styles and sort of contemporary teaching techniques that were not only explained but also exemplified as well, and at exactly the right time, because all of us are now sort of planning and preparing to, you know, start our new jobs. So it's really perfect because it's not an inset once we've already started. It's a few days prior, which means we can actually go ahead now and put it all into practice, really.
Our values actually stem from the Christian ethos, and that is a commitment to the individual, that the individual matters, and that because that individual matters, we've got to give that particular boy and girl all the best we can.
What's been great is seeing the breadth and depth of leadership skills we've got within the organisation right across the schools, actually, because of course most of the sessions that have been run by leaders from our schools and academies, and I've been bowled over actually by the quality of the input, the way they've interacted with the teachers. It's showing a strength in depth, I think, that we've got as an organisation, which is really exciting and bodes really well for the future, actually. When people think about academies or independent schools, there's a tendency to focus on what the differences are, but of course actually we've got far more in common than we have differences. And I think actually this conference has really shown that, because if you're sitting in a room talking to people about what makes great pedagogy, then that's the same in any context. It's about having high expectations, it's about using a range of a variety of techniques, it's about being up to date with what interactive technology can do for you. So I think because we've got pockets of excellence right across the group, the more we can work together to share where that expertise lies, the better. And I think too, there will be elements where one part of the group is stronger than another is. So for example, I think probably, partly because of the nature of the context they're in, the pedagogical approaches that will be adopted within academies will be really strong, and there may be things that the independent sector more generally can learn from. Whereas in the independent sector, particularly in secondary, the subject knowledge that exists within that sector, I think there's huge amounts the academies can learn from by working together. So, you know, I think this is just the beginning of a journey where we start to set up subject networks that can work across both, principal networks, deputy head networks. You know, there's huge opportunity, I think, for us to get out the best in everyone.
I want them to go away with the sense that they've come to belong to something, they've come to belong to a group of schools that have a real vision to change children's lives. I want them to go away fired up that they can be part of that, and not only that they can be ambitious about their own practice, but they know they're part of a like-minded group of people who will support them.
Oh, the best in everyone is a really high bar, because it really does mean the best in everyone, and that's seriously difficult to achieve. And curiously, I don't think teachers and educationalists actually are particularly good at it, because I think they say the best in some, and what we're setting out to achieve is the best in everyone, and I think that's a serious challenge, and it's a great challenge to have.
Well, it's exciting, isn't it? And seeing the buzz around the conference and seeing the enthusiasm that people have brought with them, people who've chosen to join this organisation, coming into schools with fresh energy, fresh ideas. And it's been exciting, I think, the last couple of days to meet so many great new colleagues, and to think that they will be providing a great education in our schools this year is fantastic.